she has been practicing Sahaja Yoga since her childhood. So the question here is that is any yoga, are we doing any kind of exercise or are we doing meditation? So Odessa, if you joined here.
Hi.
Hi, Odessa, thank you for joining. Odessa, we have a question from the participants. What is Sahaja Yoga? It sounds like exercise because yoga, typically we relate that to an exercise.
So are they asking if it's to do with
an exercise? Yeah, that's right.
No, you don't have to do exercise for this. You don't have to learn anything complicated. It's simply about the experience of going thoughtless and being aware of yourself and what's happening. And you don't have to do any complicated poses and have any level of physical fitness. And that's about it. It's quite straightforward.
Thanks for sharing that. All right, we're just going through a little bit more introduction and talking. So please share your email IDs if still not done. And those of you who joined us for 2 times or more, please let us know. We move it to a separate breakout room. We call it side room. You can also go directly if you like, but if you're having difficulties, just let me know. And we will assign you to the side room where we skip introductions and we go for the next steps. If any one of you is joining us for the second time, also do let us know. Good to have people who continue the journey with us. This is part of the global online meditation, and we give a complete path to meditation journey for you. So we'll be sharing a lot of resources at the end of the session. We'll just continue with a little bit of introductions here, and in the meanwhile, please share your email IDs. Let us know in the chat window what is that you're looking for. And if you're joining us for third time or more, please let us know. We assign you to the breakout room where we skip introductions and go for the next steps. All right, I hope everyone is sharing their email IDs. We use email ID to share documents at the end of the session with you. All right, Srikant or some other people had some questions, I believe. Maybe we can stop sharing, Isha, for a moment.
Yep.
And Srikant is joining for the 4th time. If someone is having
Morning.
yeah, hi, first time for you?
Yeah, first time for me.
Okay.
Am I supposed to share my meditation experience or?
Just tell us what is that you're looking for from this session.
Okay, yeah, okay, sure. So I'm based out of Singapore, and I think previously has a little bit here and there meditation experience. I know that there's a huge benefit out of it, but of course would like to really explore more and also to make it a like daily habit. Yeah, so that's where I am trying to explore more about it. I previously joined, I participated in like 21-day some abundance meditation challenge. It was just listen to some videos, and also there's some tasks, and it's just a short period of meditation, like 6 to 10 minutes or 10 plus minutes. Yeah, and then just follow whatever they're saying. But that was with the theme of focus on abundance, and then yeah, and then I was reading a book that's related. It's more by scientists that says the benefit of it and how it grows. So that's why I'm, interested to know more, and also the different forms. I know that there's a lot of ways you can meditate, but yeah.
Right.
So looking forward to enjoy the benefit out of it.
I sure have then. Okay, and Adisa, so will we share a lot of knowledge? What is it we can expect from this session today?
So
I want.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Go ahead, Selena. I think somebody else wanted to ask something. Adisa, you can go ahead.
Oh, sorry, there's a bit of interference. Were you asking me?
Yes, Adisa.
Okay. So today you can expect we'll go through all the meditation process. We'll show you all the affirmations and what you can do with your hands, and we'll have a silent meditation, and we'll introduce you to the founder, and we'll have questions and answers, and hopefully you'll feel more peaceful and settled by the end of it.
Thank you, Vanessa. And we can just take one last feedback here from Selena. She has been patiently waiting for her opportunity. Hello, Selena. Is it first time for you?
Hey, yes, it's my first time here. My first time doing.
Okay. What is that you're looking for from the session?
Like, I just want to be like, I have to say, calm, relaxed in my days. That's what
Got it.
I want to learn that.
Great. And where are you joining us from?
Not from New Jersey.
New Jersey. Great. Which part? The New York part of it or the southern part of it?
I'm in the border of New Jersey and New York. I'm in Jersey City.
Jersey City. Great. All right. Welcome, Selena. I hope you all have a great session here. So we just have a minute of silence here. We'll also do a poll. We just like to know what your expectation is from the session. So let's have a minute of silence. That's part of the meditation. Also, if please respond to the poll, let us know. What is that? You can skip to the next slide.
Hello, everybody. I'm Odessa, and I'll be leading you through. And I've been meditating for a few years. So hopefully I'll be able to answer any questions at the end. And this meditation is aimed to make you thoughtlessly aware. So you're not meant to achieve anything that's super like excited or kind of trancy. You just want to feel normal and calm and peaceful. And it's like a sort of an acceptance of reality, no matter what's happening. So that's the awareness part that comes with the thoughtlessness. I find that this technique helped in every aspect of my life. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes. And hopefully you'll feel the same benefit. And I'll tell you a little bit about the founder on the next slide. So this is Shumataji Nirmala Devi. She was the one in the video just now. She traveled around the world giving these talks, and she established Sahaja Yoga in many countries. She was nominated for a Peace Prize, and she also studied medicine before developing this theory that works on the nervous system, as you saw. So she founded Sahaja Yoga in 1970 in India, and she was there for partition and has seen quite a lot of people suffering through what happened in India. And she has this sense of trying to find a solution to many, many different problems. So it's like giving people the tools to confront life no matter what happens. And now Sahaja Yoga is practiced in more than 100 countries. And we'll go on to the next slide. So this is the nervous system within. And as you can see, there's the three channels. There's the right and the left. The left side is the past and history. And if you're feeling depressed, this is the part of your nervous system that will be on overdrive, basically. On the right side is the future. If you're very active or if you're feeling aggressive or angry, if you do lots and lots of work, if you're talking all the time, if you're always thinking about the future, or you don't feel many emotions, you feel a bit cut off, this can be that you're more on the right side. And you can feel extremely tired from this. And then you can go into the left. So it's kind of like a swinging pendulum. If you're too extreme, you end up on the other side. So the aim is to be in the center, and it's very similar to the concept of just feeling like you're in the present without having to think about the past or the future. And your actions in the present aren't influenced by the past or the future. And then you can see also there's these chakras, the circles along the central channel. And these chakras are a bit more complicated, and they get into different aspects of the human being. And it's kind of like, it gets more complex the further up you go. But this top chakra, which the meditation will lead you to, it combines all of it into this state of thoughtless awareness. So you don't need to get into the huge theory of everything. The idea is to really just experience it, because so many people talk about these ideas that sound very up in the air and insubstantial. But if you don't experience the truth of those words, it's kind of like useless knowledge. So I won't go super into that. But as you can see, there's all these different qualities, and the quality can either be good or bad. It can become extreme. And if this is the case, then you just need to meditate, and there's techniques to face stuff like that. And they also correlate on your hands. And this is what she was talking about with being able to sense what's happening on your nervous system on your hands. So the inner energy that guides all of this is called Kundalini. It's called Mother. There's, in different religions, there's different names. It's been a common thread through human history to refer to this sort of breath of life. Many indigenous cultures even have words for it. And it's kind of like the spirit is quite an easy way to talk about it. And it's this energy on the central path that brings you into the center and makes you feel peaceful and at one with yourself. I like to think about it, when you're born, you're not influenced by the past or the future. And as a child, many people remember when they're very young, they were quite calm, and it's not this intense happiness. It's more like you don't have all these preconceived ideas about things. You're just at peace with the world in a way that's harder to get to when you're older. So we'll continue and go on to the next slide. So we'll turn off our cameras and we'll go through the steps for the self-realization. And this process is quite simple, so it's an easy way to start. And we'll go on to the next slide. Yeah. So if you can turn off your cameras and just take your shoes off, take off anything restrictive, you can take off your glasses and get comfortable. And we'll just put our hands out on our laps with flat palms upwards. And so long as you're comfortable and ready, just take a few deep breaths. And through this meditation, I'll be moving my hand up the body. First, we'll put our left hand over our heart. Sorry, our right hand. And then we'll go down to the rib, and then we'll go down to the hip, and then we'll go back up again to the rib cage, and then back up to the heart, up to the neck, onto the head, and up here. So that's the process for meditation. Sorry about the noise. And we'll start. So everyone, just relax and breathe in slowly and hold it. And then breathe out. So first we'll put our hand over our heart on the left side, and we'll ask this energy within us, Mother, am I the spirit? And we'll move down just below the rib cage on the left side. Mother, am I my own master? We can ask this 3 times. Am I my own master? And we can move our hand down to our hip. And we can ask, Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. Is this the truth? We can return our hand to the upper part of the stomach, near the ribs. Mother, am I my own master? And we can answer, I am my own master. I am my own master. And raising our hand back to our heart, we can take a deep breath and hold it. And just exhale. And say with full confidence, Mother, I am the pure spirit. I'm not these thoughts. I'm not this body. I'm not this mind. I am the pure spirit. And we can raise our hand to our neck and just turn our head to the opposite side, to the right. And with full confidence, I am not guilty. I am not guilty of anything. How can I be guilty if I am the pure spirit? I am not guilty of anything. Now we can put our hand onto our forehead and just press your fingers into your temples and massage. You can lean your head into your hand and try to relax your neck. You can say, without thinking of anyone in particular, Mother, I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone, including myself. Now we can put our hand on the back of our head and tilt back our head to look at the sky. And we ask to the Kundalini, Mother, please forgive me for anything I have done, knowingly and unknowingly, against you.
I don't think this is very familiar.
Now, finally, we raise our hand to the top of our head. We can place the flat of our palm quite firmly down onto the top of our head and just rotate that scalp. And you can lower your head so your chin is towards your chest. And just rotate in a clockwise direction. And we can ask, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Please give me my self-realization. You can slowly raise our hand to the top. Just hover it above your head and see if you can feel anything. You can raise it higher or lower.
I don't really feel the shade, don't worry about that.
And then we can put our hands down and we can meditate for a little bit. You can just keep our eyes closed. And if any thoughts come into your head, just say, I forgive. Try and keep your attention above your head. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Now we can check if we feel anything on our hands. And you can also test with your other hand on top of your head. And try and keep your attention there and see if your thoughts fade away. See if you're thinking less than before. And just share us any experiences you have and any questions you might have, because we each feel something quite different. And many experiences can be really unique. Okay, so you felt heat? Yeah, this is pretty normal. So we'll go through some techniques so you can clear away the heat, and hopefully the sensation will become cool after those techniques. And this is that that sense on your hands that tells you what's happening in your nervous system. So you know that that's working. Yep, sometimes one hand will be cool and one will be hot. So that's it telling you if it's your left or your right side. I'm sure you can correlate it to your life if you're feeling depressed or if you're feeling overactive. Yeah, so this is the cool breeze on your head. Sometimes it'll be higher up or lower or in a different part of your head. That's good for feeling relaxed. That's great. We can continue then, and I'll show you how you can clear the heat out of your body. That was step one. This was the question, am I the spirit? Yeah. Sometimes, depending on what you need, you'll react more to certain affirmations or certain techniques. You'll find they'll give you more of a benefit. They'll make you feel more cool or more relaxed. And you can just use those more. And yeah, you can always experiment. Sometimes it'll change. It really depends on the day. And so yeah, again, these are the systems, and your hands let you know what's going on and what needs to be cleared through meditation. So the left side is the past. If you're very emotional, if you cry a lot, if you're feeling depressed, anything on the mental kind of side, if you're stuck in the past, this is all to do with the left side. But in a positive way, it's creativity, music and art, expression, poetry. Emotions are, of course, part of life. So the goal isn't to remove your emotions, it's to not be controlled by them. So when the left side is working well, hopefully your emotions won't overcome you anymore and you'll be more in the center. Is that system making sense to everyone at the moment? It can take a while to get used to because it's quite a lot of information, but the main point is always just the experience of the meditation. So we can move on to the next slide. And this will be the method you can use to clear. So this will be for the left channel. So if you're feeling, yeah, oh, dreams are definitely part of this. Earlier, Shumataji mentioned Jung. He's done a lot of books on research, lots of research on the subconscious and the collective subconscious, the unconscious, lots of stuff on dreams. A lot of his material correlates with this meditation. He was talking about the same thing. And dreams, I mean, I think dreams really can become quite a bad impact if your left side is storing too much of the past, and you need to let that go. And through this meditation, through this clearing technique, essentially it's taking this storage out of you. It's like the separate fingers, and you'll be able to check which chakra it is depending on which finger you feel, which part of your hand. That just comes with time, of course. And there's a chart. You can keep the chart and check the chart whenever you feel it on these fingers. Yeah, we can share any of this information through email. There's also lots of resources online. And if you're feeling dizzy, you also have to make sure, like physically, you're looking after yourself. Maybe like if you're dehydrated, I'm not sure, maybe you're fine physically. Pressure in the chest. A lot of the time, like you'll feel this magnetism or pressure, or maybe an intense thought will come through. And it's like, because this is an upward motion, these symptoms that are stored within your body are just being cleared out by this energy rising. So as you go through each chakra, your hand is essentially doing the work of moving these symptoms through you. So if you feel a pressure and it goes away, it's something being cleared away for you. If it persists, you can find out which chakra it is. You have to be quite intuitive with yourself, and the more that you meditate, the more that you're in this state of thoughtless awareness, it becomes easier to pinpoint exactly what you need to do. I hope that helps. Yeah, that's great, it cleared.
I think there are more questions.
Thirsty, yeah. Sometimes it's purely a physical thing. So it helps to narrow it down. Oh, it's fine if you meditate in your chair or sofa. So I have an injury on my knee, so I usually have to sit in a chair, and that's totally fine. There's no intense restrictions on this. You can feel this state when you're walking. You can feel it when you're at work. Sometimes you get into the state when you're driving. So don't limit yourself, you know. It's really about just feeling this peace and this thoughtless state of awareness. And we'll definitely share more information, and there's quite a few resources online.
So we'll be sharing that right after this. So thank you everyone for your kind participation here. We'll take more questions after we share all the resource information. So once again, let's just thank you everyone for the kind feedback. We appreciate your feedback to us. Okay, so I think there's also a question now, Odessa. We learned something. How should the participants meditate at home? We learned two things today: 9-step self-realization and 3-step balancing. What's the next step for the participants?
So the next step would be you can do an experiment and try and meditate at home every day and see if it changes anything. And it's definitely normal not to be thinking of anything. So when you're at home, you can do this any way you're comfortable. It's nice to do it outside, and you can look up some resources and follow the steps. And just focus on getting into that state. You don't need to be super intense about doing everything correctly. It's just feeling